Hello.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Hello Samir.
Hi. Sorry for the
Nice.
delay. There was an last session for the other batch, so which got extended. So we have completed the batch. Now we are good to go. Can you hear me?
Yes, Samir.
Yeah. So there will be a little change from next week onwards. So we are shifting this timing at 11 o'clock from 12 o'clock because the old batch got completed. So you all are okay with 11 o'clock, right?
Samir, this time is good. Actually, I'm in the night shift, so this is the good
Yes,
time
Samir.
because I have to take some rest at least.
So you are okay with 12 o'clock, same time?
In fact, I personally wanted to have scheduled it for around 9 or 10 in the morning, being a weekend.
Correct, Samir, which is why we selected 11 as the time.
So 11 o'clock, is it fine
Yeah,
for
Samir,
everyone?
that is fine.
Yes, Samir.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, so who want to share the screen for the EFS lab, Elastic File Storage? Who want to do that? Who want to do this? Kunal, Karthik, Pramod, Vaibhav, Sanjay, anybody who want to take this? Devnath, Raj, Simanta,
నేను నెట్ వచ్చి
who want to test the lab of EFS? Deepika, do you want to do?
Yes, Samir, let me log into the console.
না ওগুলো
and I'll see.
তো ইয়ে করছি না যেগুলো
Okay,
তোমার
I will
ওখানে
make you host, okay?
Yeah.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ যেটা তোমার ওখানে আসছে তোমার সার্চ করে মানে ইমেজে সিলেক্ট করে সেটাই করছি
Deepika, you can share your screen, no problem.
না হ্যাঁ ওগুলো দেবো না যেগুলো ওখানে আসছে তোমার সাবজেক্ট সার্চ করে সেগুলোই দেবো
Samir, can you mute everybody? It will be very hard because the
Yeah,
background noise are coming up.
Devna, Deepika is the host now. She can only mute.
সেগুলোই দিচ্ছে আর ওগুলো দিচ্ছে
Yeah, Samir, I'm trying to. Let me share my screen first. Let me know once you're all able to see my screen.
3500 আছে 3500 কালকে স্যার কালকে আমি একটা ফাইল বানিয়েছিলাম 250 এটা কি জানি সেভ হয়েছে কি হয়নি
Samir, how can I mute all the participants?
ঠিক আছে আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে আমি তোমাকে একটু পরে কল করছি একটু রান্না করছি
In your Zoom participants, right, there is an option called mute. When you click on it, there is an option called unmute. One option will be there.
I got it, Samir. I did.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Now log into your AWS console.
I have logged in.
You need to log into AWS Management Console.
Yeah, it's signing in.
Okay.
Yeah, Samir.
Okay. Now, what you need to do is that go to EFS, Elastic File Storage.
Under storage, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Create file system.
Okay.
Yeah. Given
So
test. Create.
so here VPC.
Yeah, that's fine. Default, go with default.
Okay. Created.
Okay. Click on that FS.
Here, right? The name.
Wait, now you are in Seoul. You better create in Mumbai. Go to the data center in the Mumbai on the right side. Yeah, no.
Oh,
Top right side.
here. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Always make sure that you select the Mumbai region, no other region. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Create file system. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You created the file system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Click on that.
So
Okay. Very good. So it is created. On the left side, click on access points.
okay.
Create an access point.
Okay. Choose the file system.
Yes. You can give below it is there now already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this automatically takes the ID
Yes.
of the file we created.
Yes.
Okay.
Scroll down. The other thing, names and other things are optional. Just scroll down.
Okay.
Just scroll down. You no need to give any IDs and all, owner ID and all. By default, it exists. So just say create access point.
Okay. It's creating.
Just hold on for a minute.
It's available now.
Yeah, click on the access point ID.
Okay.
Okay. So scroll down.
I think that's it. Only
Okay.
two we have.
So this is your access point ID. Okay.
Do I need to copy this?
Not required. So that is fine. So now what you can do is that now log into your EC2 instance and create an instance.
Okay. We'll have to create the new one, right?
Yeah, so what you need to do is that you can configure Amazon Linux AMI, install Amazon Linux AMI.
One second.
Click on instances on the top.
We have to select that Linux, right? I'm Samir, sorry that we will get the free tier.
Yeah, click on the launch instance at the top.
Okay. So you want me to select this one, Linux or
Yes,
Windows?
Amazon Linux AMI, correct.
Okay. It is one. No need to select any options here, right?
No, just click on next,
Okay.
next, finish.
Okay. Sorry.
So just wait for a second till it gets created, okay?
Yeah, it's initializing. I'll run it through the GUI only, Samir, because I am not installed Putty.
Okay, but okay, you can do that, but if it is 50, it will become easy.
I tried to install, I'm not sure the reason it's not getting installed in my laptop. That's why.
Okay. Just a second, wait till that status 6 gets completed, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Shall I try to download from here?
Yeah, you can directly do EC2 instance connect because you are not using Putty, right?
Yeah.
They connect. Okay. So type sudo space su. No, sudo space su. Enter. Okay, you are in the root. Okay. Type sudo space mkdir space slash
Or
/
okay.
mnt / efs.
Lowercase or upper or
Lower.
anything. Okay.
Enter. Okay. Now what you do is that now let us mount the, you have already created a directory to mounting the EFS. So first install the yum sudo space yum space install hyphen
Sudo space yum space
install
hyphen. Okay.
sudo space yum space install. Okay, 1 second. Sudo space yum space install -y.
Here hyphen is not required, right?
After install
Hyphen I.
-y
Y. Okay.
space
Okay.
Amazon AMAZON -efs -utils utils. Yeah, enter.
Yep.
So basically you are updating your packages. Okay.
Okay.
This mounting that file system. Now type sudo mount
MNT, right?
mount mount.
Okay.
Okay. Space
Mm-hmm.
-t space efs space that I don't know that that mount point got created, no, that mount ID in your file system. Not here, not here.
Oh,
Open.
okay, in the Amazon.
Yeah.
This is the ID, right? File system ID.
Yeah. One second. Access point. Just go to the access point once. Yeah.
Is it this file system ID or access point ID? Which one I have to give?
Actually, it should be file system, but try with file system once. So there, write the command once, sudo mount. I'll type it. I'll give you
Sudo mount.
space mount space hyphen
Okay.
space hyphen t space efs space your file system ID colon slash.
One second. B4C1 ID space.
Yeah. Colon. No. After that colon slash space slash mnt slash efs.
Is it right? Sudo space mount space
Yes.
-t space efs space file system ID colon slash space slash mnt slash efs.
Yes. It should be the thing. I am not sure if there is a mount point ID we need to give, but you can try with this.
Okay.
I can't see your screen. Can you?
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Okay. It is. I've run the command, Samir.
Yeah. Just wait for a second. So it should get connected with the file system. If it is not connecting, which means that we need to use the access point.
Access point. Okay.
In general, we use access point in the olden version because it's a newer version. What you got in the EFS. Old
Okay.
version by default access point used to be there, but now they have changed it a little bit.
So this is
I
the main.
think they add fs in the ID and one slash is there. Is that create any problem? Colon one slash is there.
No. That is required.
Okay.
And Samir, is this is the syntax we how we have to create that?
Mount it.
Okay. First we created a directory, and here also it will create directory, and then we are connecting to the file system which we created in the Amazon, right?
Yeah. So we created an EFS one thing. So if you scroll down once, I'll tell you. Scroll down.
Okay.
Type Control C once.
Yeah.
You made a Control C, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now type ls.
Enter.
Enter. Okay. So okay. Go inside that you know You can say cd space slash forward slash. No. cd space forward slash.
Okay.
Forward slash. cd space slash. Enter. Not that slash.
I gave CD space
No.
forward.
Exit. No. Again, come back and you give it.
Okay. CD space forward slash.
Enter. Now type else.
MNT is there.
All are there. No. Okay.
Yeah.
That is fine. CD. You can say cd. You can say exit. Okay. Now say sudo su.
Sudo space su.
Yeah. Now run the command mount command once. Sudo mount -t. The same thing. And put the access point ID there. Go to the X file system once. Go to the EFS once. Yeah. Yeah. Click on the access point ID. Yes.
Deepika, full screen the window. I'm not able to see anything.
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. Hope you're able to see now.
What happened?
It did not take up Samir. I'm
Okay, I
entering.
think the firewall rule what you have allowed, we need to check. Once go back to your EC2 instance, not this.
Okay.
Go to the EC2 instance. I think you allowed only SSH if I'm not wrong.
Yes. SSH I have selected.
Okay, you make it anywhere. All,
Custom.
yeah, make it all traffic.
Okay. It's loading.
No. Go down, scroll down. Yeah, just go up. Just little scroll up. Security group will be there. Go up. Left side security.
Security. Yeah.
Yeah, scroll down.
Here it is.
Yeah, see,
TCP.
you allowed only SSH. That's the reason it is not taking it. So go and say edit. Click on that security group rule. No. Scroll down. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, click
This
on
one only, right?
Click on that. Yeah.
All traffic I've selected, and
Anyway.
yeah, it has taken protocol all, port range all.
Yeah, anywhere.
Okay. Anywhere. Save the changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now mount it.
Samir, can you please show me again that what has been done? Actually, I got distracted for a moment. Sorry for that.
Can you just show him again what we did once?
Yeah. So in the instance, we have allowed only SSH as a security group. So now we have selected all traffic. Here. In the security group, we edited the inbound roles. And here selected all traffic, and here anywhere.
Okay, thank you.
But Samir, here I could see 2 rules has been created.
that
Is
is okay.
that fine?
That is not a problem.
Okay.
Proceed.
Okay. It's already exist. Okay. Okay. Shall I run this code command again? Sudo
Yeah, yeah.
mount.
The mount point, just run the before one, the mount point once.
Yeah.
Maximize the window.
You're able to see. Yeah, you're able to see the screen now.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not this one, the before one.
Using the file
Yeah.
system
Yeah.
ID.
Yeah, enter.
Okay. Sudo.
Okay. Or else you do one thing. Or else you
Yeah.
do just close this instance once. Rather than using EFS utils, we'll use NFS utils. Just close this. Okay.
Okay.
And launch the EC2 instance once. Just go down. Go to the EC2 instance once. I think again doing it from fresh, it will be easy than configuring it. Launch EC2 instance once. Yeah.
Okay. For this one, shall I stop it?
Yeah, you can keep it like that, no problem. Click on launch instance.
Okay.
Yeah, select Amazon Linux AMI.
Okay. Next.
Yeah, install. In the security group, make sure that you selected everything.
Okay. All traffic, all protocol, and the custom anywhere. Right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Here it is EBS, instance storage. That is correct only. Okay.
Yes.
Choose existing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, before it installs, just once go back to one's file system. I just want to check the DNS name there.
Okay.
No, not there. Click on that view details here. Okay. Click on that access points there.
Yes.
Okay. Again, go to the left side once.
Here,
Access points.
access point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Select that and click on view details.
Okay. 1 second.
Then yeah. Select that. So one thing I think you missed it, which the top you are not attached it. You need to attach it. Just click on attach.
Okay.
Yeah.
I copied this.
Yeah, you need to copy. Close it.
Okay.
So you understood, right? And put that in the notepad. Yeah, this is what you need to run in your Linux machine.
Okay.
Go to that Linux machine, the old one.
Old one. Okay.
Because you didn't attach it, that's the reason it's not connecting. Connect, yeah. Connect. Sudo su. Enter. Yeah. Paste that.
Mount.
No, your mount point was
We have to.
/mnt/.
Yes.
If I am not wrong. What was that you created before?
MNT. I
Yeah.
think.
MNT slash EFS, I think.
No. Same command. In the last, you need to put that MNT/EFS.
Here, right?
Yeah. Space slash.
MNT
No.
slash.
After that, forward slash space slash MNT.
Oh, got it. MNT slash EFS, I think.
Yes.
I have the command here. Yeah. Slash MNT EFS.
One space is there, I think. Yeah, EFS you had to move one
Just
space. Yeah, backspace.
remove,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. So I'll hit enter now.
Yeah.
So no. Okay.
Or else you can do one thing. Type Control C. You do.
Okay.
Remove the last EFS ones. Up arrow. Remove the EFS. Enter. Forward slash enter.
Cannot find in TCF
Okay.
tab. Shall I try file system ID?
No. That is correct only. There's no change at all. That mount point EFS02 FST. Okay, you do one thing. Let us do very simple. You create one
Okay.
more make directory.
Okay.
Forget about the old one. Let us create a make directory.
Sudo su mkdir, right?
No. Sudo su enter.
Sudo su enter. Okay.
CD enter. Okay. Now type mkdir.
Missing operand. Okay.
Not enter.
Okay.
mkdir space. You say test test. All smalls.
That's it, right?
Yeah, 1 second. So I'm just thinking to create mkdir. Okay. So you create a test dir. Okay, that is nothing but directory, right?
Yes.
So enter.
It is created.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now type that mount point. Yeah. Slash give test dir. No. Remove the TFS and put test dir.
It is under root, so you need to be valid path. /root/test dir, I think. Your test directory is on root, /root. /root/test dir. Put a slash before root.
Yeah. 1 second. So space after that slash, right?
Yeah.
No. Actually, what? No. There is no. So directly you put slash dir because you're already in the root only, no?
Yes, it is in the root. Is this is correct?
No.
Just go back to the access point once. Go to the properties of the access point. It is clearly mentioned there. Attach.
Slash EFS here.
Yeah. So there you need to put the mkd. What is that you created? The file name what you given, no? The same thing.
Test dir. Instead of EFS, I need to give test dir.
Correct. You're already in the root mode, I think so. So we no need to do anything. You can just mount it directly. It should work now.
I'll repaste it again.
Okay. It should work. Let us see.
Connection reset by peer.
Some network issues coming. Connection reset by peer. Just check if you have allowed the firewall rule for this machine, right? Okay, do one thing. Go to that networking of the EFS. I doubt something there.
Okay.
Okay. Go to the Amazon EFS there. 1 second.
Okay.
Click on the left side file systems. Okay. Click on that file system once. Yeah, click on that. There, network. Click on the network.
Availability zone.
Okay, so security group is SG7E0A1807. So just check that if the same security group you allowed or some other security group your machine is running. Can you just check that once?
In the instance.
Yeah, in the instance.
Okay.
I think your security group, what you're running is something.
Let me verify.
See?
Here it is different.
Yeah, that's why. So when you launch the machine, right, you should launch. Okay, that's fine. No, what you can do is that click on the left side, go to the left side, and there's a security groups will be there. One tab will be there. Scroll down.
Yeah, I got it. Security group.
Yeah. Click on that last one. Default security group. Yeah.
Test
Click
EFS.
on that.
Okay.
No, no, no. Okay.
Okay.
Click on that security group ID. Yeah. Click on the edit inbound roles. Edit inbound roles.
Okay.
Okay. And make it anywhere. Save ಮಾಡಿ.
Okay.
Okay. Now go and check. Now go and run that. Just wait for a second.
I think it is
Done, right?
done. Yes.
Okay. So because you are having the network, it was not allowing, it didn't work. Now it is connected. So now you can CD space test dir, you go.
CD space test. Yeah.
Okay. Now you
Yes.
can create, because you are already, you mounted to the test dir. If you want, you can create any files, whatever you want. You can configure the files.
Mount is nothing but we are adding the.
Yeah, you can create the files now. You can start uploading the files and creating the files, whatever you want, you can do because you're already mounted to the file system. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to test it, what you can do is that you can create some files inside the, inside the operations.
Okay. And now we change the security group, right? So will that be reflecting on both the side? It will be the same security group now? Initially, instance security group was different and the EFS file system security group was different.
Uh-huh.
So now we have given anywhere. So
Mhm.
will that security group should be same on both the ends?
No,
Instance
not
and
required. That is basically your security group on your networking. That is nothing but in your EFS where it is there. No, that security group is we are allowing from that network so that it can be connected.
okay.
Yeah, so that's not a problem. So if you want to validate, you can just create some files or anything in this mount file system. So if you create it, you will, you can create some files inside that EFS.
Try. I have not worked in this one. I need to check for commands.
You don't know VI editor and all Linux. You don't have the Linux knowledge.
Linux, no, I don't have.
Oh,
You can use touch
yeah. You
touch
can
space
use
file name. It's a blank file will be create.
Correct me if the command is wrong.
Yeah. It's a correct.
Okay.
Okay,
What?
and file name, it's a blank file will be create.
Just to touch
Anything,
if.
ABC.
Okay. Test file I'll give.
Yeah, enter. Now check with ls.
Do I need to give sudo and then ls?
No,
or-
no, no, no.
No,
LS,
just
just
LS.
LS.
Okay, it is
No, you
created.
created, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's all like, you mounted to the file system. So df space hyphen h you type.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Df space hyphen h.
Df space hyphen h.
Enter.
What is this listing? All the files which is there, or
Yes.
files?
Yes.
Df hyphen h. Okay. But it's not showing up the file which we created. Test
No,
file.
there is a dash directory. Then it's mounted to the test directory. You can see there. No, last one. Slash.
Okay.
Slash
Okay.
var.
So here it is taking some address.
That's the default communication for the default IP what it is taken. So not to worry about it.
So this is a gateway for our storage
NFS.
as well, Samir.
NFS.
NFS. Okay.
Now from here you can dump as much you want. Deepika, so you can create files, you can upload files. You're already mounted to the file system. Okay, so that
Okay.
is unlimited. Now EFS is unlimited. It is not like EBS and other storages where you will give certain size. So if you go to the EFS storage there, you have not defined any size. No, go
Yes,
there,
we have.
get to know. Go to the EFS storage there. Right here you are not going to define any kind of a size or anything. So by default Amazon will take it. As I told you, it's an exponential, like it will keep on increase. Like you keep on add, it will increase. It is elastic unlimited storage. You are not going to do any kind of, or you're not going to define any size or anything. It is by default, it will take from 0, and you can keep on add the data as much as you need.
Okay. And also when we create for EBS, again after creating the storage, we'll have to perform some additional settings in the instance. So here we don't need to do all this, right?
Here you need to do two things. Okay, so
Okay.
you see, in general, in the older version of EFS, this also is not required. This much headache is also not there. But in the newer version, what they did is that just go to that file system storage. I'll show you. Okay, in this is the latest version. That's the reason they did some changes. This access point is there, no, on the left side.
Yeah.
This was not there in the older EFS. Okay, older model of the EFS service. Okay, in whenever you create EFS file system, automatically access point used to get created in the EFS before, in the before service. Okay, now because they have, what they did is that they have added access point separately, so that you can provide the access point for the different you can create different access point for different users. Before, what used to happen is that by default, whenever you create a file system, one access point used to get created. Now you can create multiple access points for different users, and there you can provide the access. So when you create an access point, you need to attach the access point that will generate a link for you. So when you click on the access point ID, automatically it will give you the mount point, like path, it will provide you automatically.
Okay. So here, when we compare it to the yesterday's lab, when we created storage gateway using that volume creation, there we used to
That
give
is
the
different.
IP address.
Yeah, that is different. That is storage gateway. That is for your volume gateway. This is different. So this is file system. So
Okay.
yesterday what we did is completely different. It is a storage gateway lab. That is for your VMware, in the VMware, VMware workstation.
VMware.
That is an iSCSI based solution. That is different. This is EFS. Like for this is only for the Linux machines. You cannot do for Windows machines. Remember that.
Okay. So EFS we'll be doing only for the Linux.
Linux machine. For the Windows machine, you already know, no? See, there are two things. Go to EC2. First,
Okay.
click on EC2, services.
EC2.
Launch instance.
Yes. Yeah, Samir, I'm into this launch instances.
Okay.
You want me to select any option here?
Yeah. 1 second.
Microsoft Server 2000.
Click on any Windows operating system. Click on Windows operating system. Okay. Now click
Yeah,
on
it's
again click on launch EC2 instance. Launch instance.
okay.
Yeah, click on Windows. Yeah. Select. Now see, when you launch the instance, you are getting an option called EBS. Can you see this? Elastic Block Store.
Yes, yes, instant
Instant
storage.
storage.
Yeah, so this is EBS, which is nothing but block storage. Okay. So when you click on next and scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, scroll up. Okay. So click on next, add storage. Click on next, add storage. So this you get 3 storages. No, volume type. Click on that, right? This is for your server storage. This is different. EBS. Okay. You don't want to
Okay.
use EBS, then you can go and configure the EFS. So if you see here in the Windows, you are not getting an option to mount the EFS, correct? You are only getting EBS, correct or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now same thing, you cancel it and launch the Linux machine, you will get EFS. Launch instance, select first machine, click on next, scroll down.
1
No,
second.
previous. No, what you did?
No, I clicked on cancel. I'm selecting again. Okay.
Click on next.
Okay.
Yeah, scroll down. Scroll down, scroll down. See, can you see this file system? Can you see that at the top?
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you see this add file system? You are not getting this option in your Windows machine. You are getting only in this option in the Linux
Linux.
machine. You observed or not, Deepika?
I observed, but before that, I had EBS when we selected that instance.
That's what I'm saying. EBS is there. So when you go with the Linux machine, when you go with the see storage, you have these all are the storages. Okay, first understand. Hold on for a minute. Stop your lab. Okay, just understand. Okay.
Okay.
For a server, you need a hard disk. Yes or no?
Yes.
For a server, you need a hard disk. This hard disk are of two types. One is called as EBS, Elastic Block Store. Second one is called as Instant Store. Okay. So if you go to the previous, if you click on the previous, just go back. Okay. Suppose you want EBS. If you select any of this machine, this is by default EBS you will get. Okay. If you need instant store, scroll down. If you just scroll down, there are machines without wherever there's no EBS mentioned. Okay. Can you see this? These are called as EBS machines, block storage machines. Okay. So you can see, right? This wherever there is EBS is not mentioned, that is called as instant store, means local hard disk.
Local. Okay.
Okay, 2 into 900, 2 into 900, 4 into 900, those are called as instant storage. Wherever there is a EBS mentioned, it is called as shared storage. But the difference between EBS and instant store, both are fast storage, means they will give you faster access. They will give you 60 maximum volume, how much you can create, 64 TB. They will give you high speed. In this EBS, you have 5 types. What are the 5 types you have? General purpose, magnetic,
cold, throughput, and provision.
cold. Okay, these are for the server EC2. Now you want this, you don't want to use the server. Let's assume that you have a secondary drive for the Windows machine. You want to use EFS, you can't use. For the Windows operating system, it will not allow you to use a EFS. Only what you can do is only for the Linux machine. Okay, you can use it. Now for that, if you want to check it, that's what I'm saying. Just click on previous.
Next, I think.
Samir, one thing actually in both Windows and Linux, in the both EMIs, EBS only options are there.
Pardon? What is it?
No, when we launch the Windows operating system, there also we are seeing these options EBS only.
Yeah.
And for Linux also we are seeing this EBS only.
No, EBS is there in Linux. EBS, along with EBS, you will get EFS also.
Okay.
Here, if we see
Can you see that?
file system, this will be there for Linux.
For the Windows, you will
This
not find it.
additional options means this is additional volume we need to create when we are launching a Linux machine.
Correct.
But when we are launching the Windows machine,
You will
these
not get
options
this
are not
option.
there. Okay.
Yes. Okay, understood, right?
Yeah.
For the
So-
Linux machine, you will get an option to mount the file system. For the Windows machine, you will not get the file system.
Whatever we created the file system, but that by default.
One more thing, here when Deepika is showing the file system which we have already created, it is already there. So as we are checking and we are mounting that in separately, is this required or we can directly attach it from this in this instance?
Same file system you can mount to multiple machines. That is the beauty of your EFS. That's
No, that's my question was. My question is not that. My question is like we are troubleshooting on that how that mount point is that for volume are not getting mounted on the EFS file system earlier, right? In the instance. So instead of that, we can directly attach it from here and create the instance.
Yeah,
Right?
you can do it from here also. This is before itself you're doing. From there also you can do. From here also you can do. No problem.
Here also we have option create new file
You can
system.
create a new file system from here also. When you say click and create new file system, it is nothing but it will it will ask you to create, which is again it happens at your file system level.
Again, we have to mount it on the created.
Yes. You
We
do
need to mention a path because here the path is a little different. Where we have created a test dir, here the mount path is a little bit different. Can you cancel it for once? This create window.
You're creating one more file system.
Shall I create or?
Wait.
You can create.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
it
here
automatically got created there. If you go there and check, there will be this file system will be there. E2AAD033 will be there. Not here in your file system service.
Yes, I'm going. Okay, so here it got created.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever you create there, here it will get created there.
And whatever we create here, and when we click on add files, it will give the option to
So
select.
access point also, if I create from there itself instance only, the access point also will be created automatically, right?
So no. So see, access point you already created, so you can use the same access point, na? So if you go to the file system there, once you go
Yeah,
there,
I understood. But here, if I created it here from the instance itself, do I need to, let's say my access point was not created like earlier when we created access point and all. So instead of creating this file system separately, if I directly go in the instance and create the file system over there, so do I need to put a access point additionally, or it can automatically assign to that volume?
so you're saying that in the Linux machine, you're saying, yeah, go there once, EC2 instance once, Deepika. So you're asking inside the instance?
Yes, when we are launching the here
This.
this file system instance.
Yeah. So yeah, what is your question?
So now my question is here I have created a file system from this window only. So this new file system like test 01, which Deepika just now created the file system. will the access point be automatically assigned over there? Like earlier, when we are creating the file system separately, we need to manually create an access point and attach it in that particular volume. So do I need to here, will we need to additionally put the access point, or it will be automatically assigned with the volume?
So it has created an auto assignment on the mount slash EFS1 slash FS1, right? FS2 and all. It is nothing but local mount. Now, but if you want a network mount, you need to create an access point.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So you can cancel it. So just give back the control to me. I will explain you, Deepika.
Okay. You need to request, I think.
Yeah. Just can you stop sharing so that I'll share my screen?
Sure. You can share now.
Now you need to make me a host. Right.
Yeah,
click.
done.
Yeah. Okay.
You got it, right?
Yeah. I got it. 1 second. Huh? So. Okay. So now see here. This is my EC2 instance. Think that this is my EC2 instance. This EC2 instance require hard disk. Okay. Now this hard disk, this is one hard disk. This is another hard disk. This is another hard disk. This is another hard disk. And the first hard disk, I'll give a name called EBS model. Second hard disk, I will give a name called instance store. Third hard disk, I'm giving a name called EFS. Fourth hard disk, I'm giving a name called S3. Okay. These all are the different types of hard disks. By default, when you launch an EC2 instance, if it is Windows instance, you will have an option to select either EBS or you have an option to select instance store if it is Windows OS. Okay. Now EBS is nothing but, as I told you, it is shared storage. Okay. Shared one. And instance store is nothing but what storage? Local storage. So when you log into the console, what you see is EBS, and in this EBS you find 5 different types.
General purpose,
Yeah, that is provisioned,
provision,
EP, magnetic,
throughput,
and
cold.
hold and throughput. Okay, this is what you find. Instance store is nothing but local storage, ephemeral store we can say. Okay, so you have EBS, you have instance store, and you have elastic file store, and you have S3. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 options you have. Okay, now when you go with the Windows, you will get only these 2 options. When you go with the Linux, you get this option. Along with that, you are getting what option? EFS also, elastic file storage also. Okay, so only when you go with the Linux instance only you will get this EFS as an additional option. Okay, but when it comes to Windows, you don't have EFS at all. You have only EBS and instance store. S3 you can mount. You have an option to mount with the third party. As I told you, Cloudberry or some kind of third party tool you can mount. But the only problem is that, as I told you, S3 is not meant for an additional drive. S3 is basically meant for the backups and other things. If you want, you can mount. But the problem is that you cannot install any software. You cannot install any application, right? It is just to use as an object storage as a secondary drive or third drive, fourth drive, no problem. But as an OS image, you can't use it. Same way here in EC2 Windows server, you can only use EBS or local storage. You can't use EFS. But for a Linux machine, you can use EBS and EFS, but the primary OS will be there in your EBS or instance store, and the secondary drives you can mount secondary applications you can mount in your EFS. So you have this option also, this option also, this option also, this option also. You can choose based on it. Now the difference here is that if you use EBS, you will get very good and speed performance. If you go local storage, you will get very good performance. But the problem is that local storage will not give you the backup. EBS will give you the high availability. Local storage will not give you the high availability. EFS is very good. It will give you high availability. It is elastic. But only the problem in EFS is that EFS is slow compared to EBS. The performance will be slow. If you are planning to do the database and all, you cannot do in EFS. You can only go in the EBS. For the normal applications and basic not critical applications, you can go with the EFS. S3 is nothing but shared storage. You have EBS, you have local, you have EFS, and you have S3. All these are the 4 options you have.
And Samir, EFS can be used for applications will be local sharing application and online technology, you said, right?
Yeah.
EFS. Can you give any example for that?
What is it?
Like how it can be used in the online applications or shared application, EFS.
See, EFS is basically for the file servers you can use, okay, print servers you can use, where you want to share multiple, suppose multiple servers want to share a common hard disk. There also you can use this EFS server. Like for example, you have 2-3 servers want to share the common hard disk. There also you can use this EFS server. All these are the different use cases you can use for the EFS. But you will not be able to get the performance like what you get in EBS. You will not be able to get the speed performance. It will be only average performance. If you're expecting super good performance, your application should work very fast, then always recommended is
EBS.
EBS. So EBS is a block level storage. EFS is a file level storage. S3 is a object level storage. EBS uses FC protocol. EFS uses NFS protocol. S3 uses HTTP, HTTPS or APIs. Three different protocols.
But both EBS and EFS both are for EC2, like instance designed for the EC2 instance only, right?
Yes. You can use EBS also, you can use EFS also, depends on use case to use case. Understood?
In S3 also, we will be storing the files, but it will be referred as an object, whatever we store in S3.
Yes. See, let me give you a simple example. Okay. Let's assume you want to install a software. Forget about EBS, EFS, S3, everything you forget. Let's assume you want to install Microsoft Office software. If you want to install, it needs a file system and executable files, correct?
Yes.
So that is possible in EBS, that is possible in EFS, but not possible in S3 because S3 doesn't understand the file system. It only understands as an object.
Okay,
To
got
store the
the
data,
difference.
you can, no problem. But if you want to store as a file, no problem. You want to download and put as a file, no problem. You want to upload as a video file, no problem. Document, no problem. Something you want to install in your computer and that should be saved in S3, not possible.
Got the difference, Samir. Thank you.
Okay. So very simple, EFS Labs, just you need to log into the EFS console, create the file system and go to the Linux machine and you can mount the file system. So remember here, EFS is only for the Linux machines and EBS is only for the Windows machines. And if you want to have EFS in Windows machine, some people will say that, sir, I want the same file storage in Windows machine. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible, but a technology, the service is different. That service is called as FSX service. What service? FSX. This is one more service is there. That is for the Windows. Same file server, same uses the NFS protocol and CAFS protocol, but that is for the Windows machines.
But if we want to mount on the Linux machine, we should create the access point. Access point is required, right?
For which one? Yes.
Okay.
So previously in the olden version of EFS, it was created by default. Now you need to create manually.
Manually. Okay. And how do we share that to other users? You said that access point can be shared among the multiple users.
Yeah, you just need to give it that when you click on the attach, the mount point URL will be created. No, that path will be created. That you need to give it to the people.
Okay. So if I copy and share you that path, if you run, then you will get access to that file
Yes.
system. Okay.
Yes. If you have allowed in your network, if you allowed me to access, then only I can access. If I don't have permission, I can't allow. Means I can't access. That is only possible within that VPC, not the other VPCs and all.
Okay. But here I do not have option like users where we
What is that?
like users will be having when we share the file system, we'll get we should be having the option of add users or grant permissions like that.
No,
the
no, no, no.
tab.
This is storage. No, this is nowhere related to users and all. Your hard disk, it is very simple. Like assume in your laptop, there's a hard disk is there. Okay. This
Okay.
hard disk, you want to give it to some other laptop. You are just taking the hard disk and giving it to him. Okay.
Okay.
So that you are giving it to the machine level it is,
Okay.
not the user level and all.
Okay. We just need to specify the machine name to which we have to share.
Correct. You need to provide the path and you can provide this access.
Samir, will you do lab to connect the EFS with Windows?
That is in FSX. We don't do that for the FSX.
Okay.
Understood. So EBS is one storage, FSX is one storage, EFS is one storage. These are the different storages. So how will you understand is that next week when we start the networking topic, right, Deepika, then you will understand how that network will communicate. See, right now I told you, you just enabled it. What is that? You allowed the firewall rule, correct?
Yeah, security group we
Yeah.
allowed.
And then you went to VPC and you tested that VPC and you just firewall you enabled. But you need to understand what is VPC, what is network, how the network will flow, how the firewall will allow those things and all. Next week session when you understand the theory of networking, then you can correlate with what I have told you. Till that time you will not be able to understand clearly.
Okay. And Samir, one more thing. We created this EFS like a file system, right? So if you go to attach, we have two options. One is mount via DNS and one is mount via IP. So if we select IP, then it will be a shared with the other machine which we want to assign this mount.
Yeah. So I made you host. Share your screen. I'll explain you again.
Okay. Are you able to see?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, here I have attached. It was mount via DNS.
The one which we did is via DNS only.
Yes, it was DNS.
Hmm.
So this is only I can use this for the instance which I have created. Suppose if I want to share this mount, then we'll go to mount via IP.
Yeah.
Okay, and we will select.
Yeah.
So then if I give this to you,
other user who want to access in the network, he can connect.
Okay. Got it.
But remember here, one more thing you need to remember. Now this IP is there, no?
Yeah.
172.31.36.152. That is an IP address which belongs to that VPC, what you created. For that only, I'm saying that once you understand VPC concept, then only you'll understand that networking part.
Okay.
So what we did is that via DNS, nothing but it's a by default one name resolution got created. We just mounted and we used it. So you can either you do with this one or you can do with that one.
Okay.
Any questions?
Sir, I have a questions. Can I have create a user quota in EBS?
User quota is related to
Yeah, this
operating.
quota.
User quotas are related to operating system, not to the volume.
Okay.
So when if you want quota means very simple. Deepika, just go to the EC2 instance once. Cancel. Launch an instance.
Okay.
Windows. Next.
Next is it?
Yeah. Click on next. Yeah, here. Yeah, the storage, you need to increase the space. So somebody was asking the quota, right? Who has asked the question that? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I think you asked the question, right?
Yeah, sir.
So Akhilesh, so here you can just add the space however you want. You cannot define any quotas, anything. If you want to define a quotas, it's operating system related, not related to the machine.
Okay, got it.
Okay, that is the volume type. You can click on the volumes and you'll get some 3 types. Volumes are there here.
Yeah.
But if you want 5 types, click on add new volume on the left side. If you click on add new volume and type, click on that provisioned general purpose volume, then here you will get 5 types.
Yeah.
What you can define is that you can define the limits if you want on the service level, not the storage. So if you want to check that also I can show you. Click on cancel once. Okay. On the left side, can you find limits?
Yes.
So here you can define limits. Okay. So for every technology, there's a limits are there here. For the host, for the VMs, you can define. If you want to request anything, you can request also. If you click on the drop down bottom of the all limits, there go ahead. Yeah. So you can define here instance limits, network limits, EBS limits. Click on EBS. So these are the current limit what they have.
Samit, this is the overall, right? Not a specific volume or something.
No. This is overall for the service.
Okay. Is it changeable? Means like we are working as in an individual or something for any organization, will it be changed?
Yeah, you can. For that, you need to raise the request limit increase. So if you select anything, for example, click on that provision IOPS once. On the top right side, you find request limit increase. Yeah, click on that. When you click on this, you will get an option to increase it. Bajrang.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Hello.
Yeah, Samir.
Yeah, you understood, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Samit. Yes,
Like
Samit,
that, you
understood.
can increase your limits.
So instead of quota, we can put in the volume level as well, like Q3, or we use a specific space like we
नहीं.
can use, right?
नहीं quota नहीं होगा ना, because it is not related to OS. No, it is the for the machine. So you can only define up till 16 TB. So what you can do is that you can pre-allocate it, but you cannot later you can increase till 16 TB, but you cannot define that this much like that. You can't define in the volumes.
Okay, got it.
Okay, anybody has any doubts on S3, EBS, EFS? We are completed with storage. Now we will not go back to the storage anymore. We will be going to the next topic called as networking. अगर किसी को कुछ doubts है तो अभी पूछ लो. I hope all are good. Anybody have any questions you can ask? Okay, so next week we are starting at 11 o'clock. The topic is networking, VPC. Okay, so I will send you some scenarios on the S3 and EBS and storage gateway just for your practice. So today I'll send you an evening. You can just look into it. But next week the class will start at 11 o'clock. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Samir.
Thanks, Amir.